Finally, this is our grand finale. I want to introduce the man who almost upset Harry Truman, Governor Tom Dewey. For history majors, that's funny.
That joke has not been cracked by anybody under 50 since I've been alive. And I hear it all the goddamn time. Ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Join us, will you, tonight in this National Geographic exclusive look at the male in his natural habitat. That wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. I'll do it. No more. Zilch, cold turkey, cold showers, and 1,000 unsexy thoughts of fat cousins, dead babies, and the growing welfare problem. No temptation. Oh, I know what's in store for me. Worse than smoking. Smoking. Nail guiding or black tar heroin. The DTs, the night sweats, the morning wood, afternoon wood, pre-English class wood. It'll be hell, but it's what I have to do. No temptation. Unplug the internet. Toss out the sticky pages stuffed under my mattress. No more Victoria's Secret or Sears underwear catalogs, and lock myself in a room with my mother. I can do this. Maybe if I just hang out with my mom all day until I'm married, there's no room for embarrassment there. Right? It's not that in my mind masturbation is wrong or unclean, or at the rate I'm going to be out of sperm by the time I'm 23 and spend the rest of my days jacking myself into the penile equivalent of a dry heave. It's nothing like that. But it has gotten to the point where I'm scared to be alone. It's like some secret sport, like gambling. 2 minutes before the microwave goes off for my Easy Mac, 5 minutes before the news is on. I can make it 30 seconds before this commercial is over. Yahtzee! But it wasn't always just random violent acts of self-pleasure. Neither was it the cookie-cutter reasons to prove myself of my manhood, my abilities, or to practice for the time when it did eventually come for me to lose my virginity. Just somewhere in my unguided and horny adolescence, masturbation became part of my routine. It, brushed my teeth, noticed the small bit of inspiration growing in my pants. Finish lunch, slink off to the third floor restroom, third stall on the right, the only one that locked. Say my prayers at night and center myself. I sometimes snuck out the period before a big test, or between the sermon and communion. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. Hallelujah. This primal nature keeping me sane, somehow beating it like rabid howler monkeys at the zoo, balanced my divine chemicals. I could stand anything because it was something that no one could take away from me. Well, maybe they could if they devised one of those dog collars and keep me from scratching, but that would just be silly. Let's see, if the photography teacher caught me in the dark room, crouched, bathed in the red light of sin, sweat dripping into the fixer, he'd send me to the counselor. My mother would send me to confession. My priest would send me to his bedroom. Actually, that's not true. My priest was the first person who told me that the church did not consider masturbation was a sin. That was a beautiful day. This is the Episcopal Church, by the way. Other people disagree with us. This great relief of mine hanging in the balance of keeping my addiction, if you want to call it that, a secret. So why I'm quitting? 1. This act of supposed sin against God. Supposed. My parents disagree with my priest. 2. The implied inevitability that I would end up with a pencil-thin mustache hanging out in playgrounds with candy in my pockets. 3. Again, the loss of all my seed to the cotton sheets of my bed before I lose my virginity, crying with the first girl who would let me touch her. And 4. Social ostracism if anyone finds out. Shh, don't tell anyone, said the man with the microphone.